Hi guys, this is Tablet-News.com and I'm here with the Asus Vivo Tab RT, also known as the Asus Tablet 600. This is a Windows RT tablet. Here at Tablet-News.com we specialize in showing you Android tablets, but the time has come. Windows 8 has arrived in all of its versions like Windows RT and Windows 8, and it's time to enter the new wave of tablets and enjoy them like this model with Windows RT on board. So it appears that the Asus Vivo Tab RT is now on pre-order at Staples. The price is $599.99. At least that was the pre-order price. And right now you can also get its accessory. It's a keyboard dock for $200, even cheaper in some places. And if you insert the tablet here, connected like this, you'll create sort of an ultrabook, but we'll do that later on. So we're here to analyze this first Windows RT tablet that came to us. In case you didn't know, Windows RT means that this is an ARM based slate. This means that it has a CPU other than Intel. It has a Tegra 3 CPU, and its design greatly reminds me of the Asus Transformer Pad Infinity. As you can see, it's very slick. It's got a metallic back right here, very resilient, very thin. It measures 8.3 millimeters in thickness. This device weighs 525 grams and is actually the thinnest and lightest Asus 10-inch tablet ever created. What else can I say? Vivo in Latin means to live. That's why Asus decided to baptize this tablet Asus Vivo Tab RT. So it's got a metal case, as I said. We've got at the top right here a power button. As you can see it right here. Near it there's a small reset hole. I think you can see that one as well. And there's a microphone right here on the same upper side. Other stuff worth mentioning is that on the left side we have a micro HDMI port. Really small one. So this is the micro HDMI port. Near it we have a button that fixes the rotation of the screen. So you'll see immediately if I press it. So let's turn to the original landscape view. So if I press this button, you can see auto rotate is now off. And next to it we have the micro SD card slot right here with a card already inserted. And also on the same left side we have a latch. This one will come in handy when you insert the tablet into the keyboard dock and you want to remove it. You simply pull the latch and it's out. A very interesting idea from Asus to put the latch on the tablet instead of the keyboard dock. Now on the right side we've got the audio jack and the volume buttons that frankly it's pretty hard to sense and press in the right way. Now moving on at the back, let's see what we have there. So we have an 8 megapixel camera with LED flash. These proprietary ports right here, one here and one here, those are 36 pin ports, proprietary for Asus, but don't worry, since we have a special dongle to insert other stuff like USB or mice. So another cool thing, we have dual speakers on each side. So dual speakers right here, you see those little holes, and dual speaker here as well. So a total of a quad speaker on this device. On the front side we have this Windows button right here. So if, for example, if you're in desktop mode like this, you press it and you alternate between modes if you want. And up front we also have a front camera right here, a 2 megapixel camera, and next to it there is a notification light that will glow when certain actions are performed. There is also another feature I need to show you, since we keep talking about the design. Right about this area you will tap other devices to do the NFC thing. So that's the NFC transfer area for the Asus Vivo Tab RT. So as I said, 2 megapixel camera at the front, 10-inch display on this tablet. Windows RT is working just fine. It has finally reached its final version. There's also this app view, so you can view all of the apps that are installed on the device. I cannot talk too much about Windows RT right now, since it hasn't yet launched officially, so to say. Okay, so what else I can tell you about this tablet, aside from the 10-inch display, is that it has a special manufacturing process. It's called nano molding. It fuses plastic and aluminum together to make a device that's thinner, lighter and more resilient. And the fusing between the aluminum and the plastic goes on at nanoparticle level, so it's actually pretty cool. Now it's time to get back to the dock. I'm sure you want to see the dock as well. Here we are. The dock reminds me of the Transformer Pad series docks with a touchpad here, full QWERTY keyboard, attaching system right here with a small insertion metal device here and a plastic one here. The idea is simple. You see the two ports on the tablet, you simply place the tablet right there and it's done. Now let's look at the size of the tablet. So here you have a USB 2.0 port, here the touchpad, and here you have the proprietary 36-pin port, and you must know that the tablet came with an accessory. So this is the accessory I was talking about, this little dongle. It's fit to enter this port right here, and at the end it has a USB port, so you can insert an extra USB stick or maybe a mouse or whatever you want on this side. You must also know that the keyboard will increase the battery life of the tablet from 9 hours up to 16, and now I kept teasing you, but let's try to insert the tablet into the keyboard mechanism. So prepare for it, folks, here we go. Okay, so keyboard here and Windows RT tablet right here. This is the attaching mechanism. We insert it like this. Hopefully we'll get it right. Here we are. It's inserted and now we can operate. You can use the mouse on the screen. I hope you can see the cursor. It's moving right at the center right now. The cursor from the touchpad. You can also use the cursor in here. You can type stuff right here, and it's very interesting that now you are not able to see the attaching mechanism anymore. It's more discreet. So here's the tablet in full form in laptop mode, if I may say so. Very cool design, and the thing that fascinates me is that now you're able to detach the tablet without lifting the display, so to say. So check this out. I pull the latch and I can remove the tablet right now. So pulling the latch, and the tablet can be removed without even having to open it, just using the latch here. Up until now, on the previous Asus Transformer devices with Android, there was a latch here and not there, so that was the process right about then. So that's all you need to know about the keyboard. As I said, sold separately for $200, or you can buy the whole package for $800, tablet plus keyboard. Okay, so let's see what the hardware is about on this device. I must mention that it has the battery that's a lithium polymer unit. It's a 25 watt hour battery that should provide about 9 hours of use. Well, for me this tablet lasted about 2 days with intense use, intense to moderate use, browsing the web, taking pictures and stuff like that. I must also mention that this tablet, the Asus Vivo Tab RT, has at its core a quad-core NVIDIA Tegra 3 CPU, a T30 with an Icera 410 modem, and inside we have 2 GB of DDR3 RAM, and it's a low voltage type of RAM, this DDR3 RAM on tablet. We also have version of 32 or 64 GB of storage for this device. There's also Wi-Fi, Bluetooth 4.0, HSPA and LTE on the same tablet. Obviously you can also do games, and the display is a 10.1 inch unit, 16:9 aspect ratio, and the resolution is 1366 over 768. This is a super IPS plus panel, which means great sunlight readability, 178 degree of viewing on this tablet, so it's got great viewing angles. Also it has Corning glass applied to it, so Corning Fit Glass protects the screen from rougher contacts. It also has GPS, a G sensor, gyroscope and NFC. It comes with Windows RT and Office 2013. Now it's time to check out the multimedia side of the tablet, so I'm going to resort to video playback for that. So time to see what the tablet can do when it comes to video playback. You also have YouTube, in case you're wondering. There's a YouTube player for Windows 8, but I'm not here to show you that. I'll simply go to the video option in Windows RT. And as I said, it has brilliant viewing angles, good brightness. There's also an Xbox video component, so you have a movie store, but you can also go and see your own stuff. So let's do some browsing among our own stuff. We have some trailers stored on the microSD card slot, on the microSD card, excuse me, and let's go to this and play a trailer of Paranorman. Just a teaser for the animation Paranorman. Let's turn up the volume. These are the options of the player. You can also play to other devices like an Xbox. I can also tweak the brightness in case you don't find it sufficient. So you can go to the screen and this is the better brightness. Great contrast, great viewing angles, a bit of glare problem. Okay, so that was the video playback, which I'm very happy with. You should know that this tablet uses the Asus True Vivid technology and also relies on the one glass solution. So it's a full lamination process that instead of using 4 layers for the screen actually makes one thin layer with a single glass solution, integrates the touch sensor, the protection of the glass and every other hardware needed to make a brilliant display. There are no air gaps, so the transparency grows. So since we have a bigger transparency, we also have better contrast, better brightness, better everything. This is a super IPS panel, as I was telling you. It means that we have a vibrant color, great outdoor mode, and you can go from 400 nits of brightness to 600 nits thanks to that outdoor mode. Now it's time to check out the audio side of the tablet. So go into music. This is where the Sonic Master technology comes into play. We actually have 4 speakers at the back, 2 on one side and 2 on one side. We have a rich bass, you'll hear that immediately. So we need to go up yet again in the computer area, secure digital storage. And let's start looking for some cool songs, like example maybe. And let's open this one and play it. These are the options. You can repeat or shuffle. We can also go to full screen. So you've heard it, it has a great speaker system, also very nice in the headphones, in case you're wondering. Let's close down the player, and these are the great speakers I'm talking about. 2 here and 2 here, dual speaker system. Actually these speakers are 1.6 times bigger than the speakers on the Asus Transformer Infinity Pad. Now it's time to test the camera, and for that I'm going to use our little friend here, this globe. Placing it here, and I'm going to access the camera area. We actually have 2 camera apps, which I find to be quite bizarre. So this is camera app number 1, the basic camera app from Windows RT. And now you can see the options. We have a bunch of camera options like here, like the photo resolution. You can go from 0.3 megapixels up to 8.1 megapixels in either 16:9 aspect ratio or 4:3. There are also some more options here. Here there. We've got more brightness, contrast, autofocus or not. exposure, we can also set it to auto or not. So if you deactivate it, you can select the exposure manually and tweak it as you like. And the focus as well, you can change focus however you want, but I usually let them go to auto. So let's take a picture. You simply tap the screen and the photo is taken. Pretty cool, right? Anyway, there's also a timer here that you can activate with various options, and the video mode is activated as simply as tapping it. Now we're in video mode, and in order for you not to confuse the photo mode with the video mode will be light up here. And these are the video taking options, so you can go from 480p to 1080p and even 1200p. Unbelievable as that may seem on a tablet like this. Now let me tweak the brightness a bit. Here we are with the tweaked brightness. I must say that this 8 megapixel camera uses a CMOS sensor, backside illuminated one, with an aperture of f2.2 and a 5-element lens. Now let's leave this application and go to the other one. It's called Asus camera, the other application that uses the 8 megapixel camera on the handset. So here we are yet again with options available here, but a more familiar interface, reminding me of the pad phone. So here we are, we also get a panorama option. Right here, video capture and a bunch of other options, resolution, more options here, the same ones from earlier. And the camera uses a hybrid IR filter and a simple user interface. The ISO goes from 50 to 800, and I have some samples to show you. Pictures library, camera roll. This is one taken with the tablet during a cloudy day, an October cloudy day. So we've got good detail. For an 8 megapixel camera on a tablet, I have to say I'm actually quite happy. And this is how the tablet does video capture. As you can see, it works very fluidly. I can switch from pictures to video just like that. That's the advantage of Windows RT. So it's got a great camera, keep that in mind. Okay, moving on. Let's see what else we got on this device. So the camera is actually good, surprisingly good for a tablet, even a modern one. I have to say that inside this device there's a Tegra 3 1.3 GHz CPU with a 12-core GPU, and there is a feature called Connected Standby that's unique for Windows RT, and it provides weeks of standby time on this device. Now it's time to check out the Internet Explorer, that is the browser on this device, and show you Tablet-News.com. First, let me close some of the sites we have open right here. Select the news site, and this is the virtual keyboard. You should also know that the physical keyboard is pretty comfy. If you ever use an Asus transformer pad, you should know it. So here we are, Tablet-News.com. This is where the tabs will be shown at the top, and while at the bottom we have the address bar. And this is our website. Loaded very fast, easy to scroll around, to do some vertical scrolling and some pinch to zoom. Very fluid motion, I have to say that. And if you enter a piece of news, this is how it opens up. Pretty cool, right? I have to say, I haven't seen Android tablets loading pages so fast, so this Internet Explorer is actually very nice. Other than that, we have a bunch of apps that I'm not yet allowed to show you in Windows RT since it's not officially launched, but I can say that Asus implemented a bunch of its own apps. For example, we've got the Asus camera, we've got a My Library option. They also provided this Aupeo application through the Asus Vibe application. So you can basically listen to radio using a very nice service called Aupeo for free music. And trying to close the app down, let's see what other stuff they implemented. Obviously there's a guide, the My Dictionary, a Kindle app, and we even have a game that we installed from the Windows RT application store. But before that, I must show you an app called Twitro, so you can do your twittering on this Windows RT tablet. This is the interface, this is the timeline, these are the photos and some lazy war maps. So let's go to the timeline where you can see what everyone in your list is saying. As you can see, there are slight problems. The app is a bit slow at this point since the Windows RT hasn't even been launched yet. What's cool is that you can pull the web page from a certain tweet and view it like this. So it's actually a pretty cool idea. And you can go back to the app and you can go back to your account and start tweeting. So it's actually a very cool tablet, and we even installed the game. It's called Judge Dredd and Dredd vs Zombies. So you can select the story mode. This is only a trial, but I just want you to show you the graphics. And let's play mission 2. Judge Dredd can have a shotgun or a pistol. You can also select some more equipment, but let's just play and see what the graphics are. So remember folks, this is one of the first Windows RT games you ever saw on the Asus Vivo Tab RT tablet. It's one of those simple Xbox Live classic games, but the graphics are pretty colorful and cool. You can also move on to other levels, collect some devices, some badges. If I had a shotgun, I would have shot them all in groups, but I only have a gun. You can also tap to shoot a certain area, and I just collected some ammo. More bad guys, more zombies. Frankly speaking, I didn't know that Judge Dredd had to face zombies, since nothing was shown in the movie about zombies.
I'm taking you down.
More stuff to collect. We have these barrels right here that explode if you shoot them. So splattering around zombies, that's about it. I am closing the app now. It's time for the conclusion. Very impressed by this tablet, Asus Vivo Tab RT. Sadly, I cannot show you much of the Windows RT experience since it will only launch on October 26th and it's too early to give an impression. So the Asus Vivo Tab RT goes around for $600 on its own or $800 with the tablet accessory that you saw earlier. And the pros and cons, well, on the pro side we got the design that's very pleasant. We also have a kick-ass camera, a very good keyboard. Windows RT is very fun to use. I actually started to prefer it to Android. We also got a very good battery. It held on for 2 days at my normal to medium use. So 2 days of battery, I can say it's a very decent performance for this device. I was browsing sometimes, taking a break, checking Twitter, taking some pictures, playing some games, and it got to 2 days of use. So good battery, very good video quality, great viewing angles that I've shown you earlier, great contrast, great colors, HDMI port available right here. Also USB port over there. With that special little dongle you can add an extra USB port. And the weight of the device and its slimness are also plus size advantage. On the minus side, on the cons, we have the price of the device, maybe a bit too high. Also another con is the fragility, the apparent fragility of these keyboard dock pins, connecting pins right here, especially the plastic one that may break if you don't use it properly or if you use it too often. I must also complain about the non-responsive volume button from here. You actually don't feel that you're pressing it. It's too well integrated and too discreet, and you don't actually feel you're pressing it all the way. Other stuff worth mentioning is that the device could have had more USB ports, but I'm being picky right now. Also, it's strange that it has 2 camera apps instead of 1, and I have to complain about the long loading time of the apps, but that's the problem of Microsoft and Windows RT, nothing to do with this device whatsoever. So we'll come back with a full review of Windows RT in the following days. This was the full review of the Asus Vivo Tab RT. We give it a 9.5 out of 10 for design, a 9 for hardware, and a 9 for operating system and user interface. The total is 9.33 out of 10 from Tablet-News.com for Asus Vivo Tab RT. That's it folks, this is one of the first review on the web for this brilliant Asus Windows RT tablet. Hope you liked it, and we'll be back with more in the following days. Bye bye!